Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor, and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Capricorn. If Capricorn is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. And so Capricorn, tonight we have the Prince of Discs. I almost said Knight of Discs. No, that's the Prince of Discs. Okay, knock, knock, knock. And we're going to go ahead and check this out and see what are these tea leaves going to tell us tonight. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. Also, it is free to subscribe, and if you want to like or leave a comment, I would love to hear from you. Now, we have, it looks like 6, 9, let's see, 6, 9, how did I just see that? Oh, 7, 7. I was like, I lost it. 6, 9, 7, 7, okay? 6, 9, 7, 7. Okay. And we have a lot. It's all kind of settled on this side of the bowl. So we have kind of a really unbalanced vibe right now. Okay. Like all of your attention is being put into one part of your life, which probably spans through all sectors of your life, but it seems like there is one major issue. Okay, or focus, right? It doesn't have to be a bad thing. Okay, so we have, it looks like a person wearing a witch's hat right here. And it looks like we have a person up here crying. We have the eyes, the nose, the mouth. Here's a tear. But we also have a person, it looks like sitting, like they have their back to the face. So the eye is also a head. Here's the body kind of sitting, almost like they have their arm raised, like they're waving or something. We have a teapot right here. We have a person sitting here. Crying as well. We have this one. We have a person here who looks like they're ready to box. So you can see their arm is up like it's curled. Now we also have a smiley face right here. Okay, so let's put this all together. It feels to me like, how do I say this without, I don't want to be rude because, listen, I'm also a Capricorn rising. So this definitely applies to me as well. But almost this feeling of like, sometimes you hurt your own feelings. Like sometimes you get into this state of mind where you're looking for something wrong, right? You might feel like something's wrong, or it just, I don't know, there's just kind of like a boredom or a staleness, or maybe even like you're in a relationship and you're going through a period of time where you're not as close or you're not spending as much time together. You're busy, you're tired, whatever. But it seems like you're looking for some deeper meaning, right? Or a deeper reason. And immediately I get this feeling of like wondering if there's infidelity, wondering if they don't love you anymore. Do they want to even talk to you or spend time with you? Just kind of like, you know, feeling as though something major is being hidden from you. Now, I just want to say that you should always follow your intuition. Okay? Don't let me tell you not to. I would never do that. In the same breath, I want to say, right, do not torture yourself. Okay? Don't put yourself in harm's way. Do not obsess, or try not to. You know, we live in this era where we're all detectives, right? We're all pretty like, if you put like a regular person, a regular you know, woman that's maybe what, 40, knows how to do the internet, knows how to look for, you know, stuff, personal records, and, you know, people on social media and whatever. You put them up against like a detective from, you know, the 50s, 100% way more able, efficient, and so on, the woman, right? And so we're all kind of detectives these days. And we're all really good at, well, I don't know what it is. I guess it's like, because we're not usually like directly involved with something, it's like we're not gawking, but there's something exciting about going down a rabbit hole, right? You know, I do true crimes. I don't do it. I watch it. I read about it. I'm in some of these like Reddit groups and, you know, Facebook groups and whatever. On the YouTubes, watching videos. And of course, I'm like Googling, you know, information about the people and the comings and goings and whatever. I feel like a lot of us are at this, you know, maybe not about true crime, but it could be about anything, like your favorite music, sports, movies, books, hobbies, whatever it is. Now, in this circumstance, though, I feel like you have had a lot of rumination. And that's what I think it is. It's rumination. Feeling maybe like you've been deceived. And let me say, maybe you have. I don't know for sure. It doesn't tell me. But what it does tell me is that you have not been feeling good. You haven't been feeling yourself. I feel like there is a lot of crying going on, maybe some frustration, anger, maybe even isolating a little bit. Now, we all need our time to process and grieve or figure things out or whatever. But I feel like it's almost like you've been dislodged from where you were before. Everything was just kind of going, right? You were living, doing your thing. Everything seemed fine enough. You know, your regular problems. But now this, whatever it is that has arisen, it has dislodged you from the lull that you've been living in. Now, I feel like with the witch here, it really is a call to finding your power, okay? So often, we are in our ordeals, right? The things that pop up, the tower moments of our life. And yeah, we struggle. And we might even fall apart all the way down to the bare minimum bones, whatever, of our existence. Everything is taken away. Everything is lost except for ourselves. And we are left, feeling like a husk of a human being. But you get back up. And you start to envision a new life for yourself, a new world for yourself. And that might take, weeks. It might take months. It might take years. It might take years. But that's okay. The most important journeys of our life take time. And so I see you using this Well, it is. It's kind of an adjusted perception. And I don't know, I can't really tell exactly what it is, but I know that you feel, I keep getting this like image of like somebody's face shifting in front of you. It's like this feeling like somebody you knew and cared for, and they know you and they care for you. It's like there's somebody completely different. You've seen something about them. You've witnessed something that you cannot unsee. A behavior, maybe it was something they did or something you found out about from their past or whatever it is. And no, I don't think that there's totally I'm going to throw this person out of my life. I don't think it's like that, but I do feel like something has changed fundamentally about how you feel, about how you're living, and I don't know how you get back to it being how it was before. And I don't think that it will. Let me just be real with you. It doesn't feel like it. This feels like a huge shift in your life. Now, the witch really is kind of this sign. It's like the magician, right? A sign of taking things into your own hand. Your own fortune, your own success, your own future, taking it into your hands. Actively engaging in your journey, in your path. And so I look at this and I know it's hard. It feels chaotic. There are so many parts. I'm looking at this. It kind of looks like it says REN or let me see, REW. That's what it kind of, is that a word? Rue? I don't know. But we also have down here, now this one kind of looks like NC. NC. And so maybe you know what maybe these words are, mixed up and whatever. But I do feel we have the number 4. We have, oh yeah, look at that. We have a person in the bed sleeping, but we also have the astral body there. We have people praying over here. We have a person up here, it looks like a monk or something along those lines, praying, meditating. And we have a tower. Castle right here. You can see the sides and here's the opening. Now I don't think this is the tower moment exactly, but then it's interesting because I see that, but then when I turn it this way it looks like a witch. Look at the nose and the eye and the mouth and the chin right there, and kind of smiling. I'm kind of smiling. So I feel like you've had some visitations through your dreams. You maybe are somebody who has developed the ability to do astral projection or lucid dreaming, something like this. But even if you have not, I feel like you are having these moments of wakefulness, at least in the hypnagogic state, which is right between sleep and, or well, being awake and falling asleep. It's like that kind of in between where things start to get distorted and you're kind of drifting off, right? So I feel like you're very aware that there is something going on while you are sleeping, while you're falling asleep, while you're waking up. It seems like a very potent gateway for you right now, okay? So if you have any interest in dream journaling, 100% I would say do it. One of the most important things that we can do if you are becoming initiated into a grave system, in the occult or magic work, if you are, working on trying to develop visions, active imagination, traveling in different realms, things like guided meditation can be really helpful to develop this, but also writing out what you are experiencing in your dreams. Even if it's just a word, like a little impression, a smell, a sound, whatever it is, just continue to write down what you can remember, okay? Keep a notepad or something next to the bed. Some people do it on the phone. I don't like to do it on the phone only because it lights up. And if it's, 3:45 and I want to write down something really quick, I don't want to turn my phone on. I'll wake up all the way. So that might be something that you find, it might be really helpful. Okay. A call to your spirituality. Okay. Being more involved with your magical work, your spiritual work, any of the rituals that you like to do. Maybe you're somebody that cleanses their house, smudges, or any of the many other ways that you can clear energy from your home. Maybe getting, back into a place where you're doing that more often. Even for myself, and I keep altars, and I keep, offerings, and do rituals every day, really. I can definitely get off track, and I can definitely neglect, my practices. And I would say I'm a pretty serious practitioner. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, because it really doesn't mean anything to anybody else but myself. But yeah, I take it very seriously. And even I find myself slacking off sometimes, or I just don't have the time. I haven't managed my time well, or I'm just not inspired to do it. Sometimes that happens too. And so I feel like really taking an intentional step towards doing whatever it is that you like to do. Okay. Like I said, if you're somebody that cleanses the house, if you're a person that prays a lot, maybe you participate in the calls to prayer, and you haven't been doing all of your prayers, or, whatever it looks like, whatever this is for you. I feel like it will be empowering for you to get back into those routines, okay? And also, I think will help with some clarity about how you want to move forward. But what I do really see here, instead of this tower coming crumbling down, it feels more like in your self-empowerment, you really becoming quite confident in your own life. I feel like you feel really good. You look around and it's like, okay, I've done all this. Yes, I have done this. I am doing it. I'm living my best life, or I'm headed towards it. Okay. And that's a beautiful thing. I love to see that. Now we're going to take a look over here. We have, it looks like a J and a Y, if that means anything to you. It could be J. or just JY. We have a bird up here. It looks like a dove or a pigeon. It is seated. We also have an illuminating candle over here. We have another bird. It looks like maybe a woodpecker. So I feel like there is a movement towards your peace. And that's really the dove sitting, resting. Okay, often we see like the dove in flight, and this is peace, this is freedom. The dove resting for me, it is being in that freedom, being in that place of peace, but also allowing yourself to really kind of contemplate, to rest, to take things a little bit slower, okay? And I think that's important here. I think just slowing down a little bit where you can, okay? And this one, it almost looks like it says easy. It looks like E-Z-Y. These tea leaves are mocking me. They're like, it's easy. Just do it. Now we have the woodpecker. So this is, yeah, somebody who is really, really dedicated to their work. Okay, not unlike the hummingbird. If you can think of a woodpecker just pecking away at that wood, trying to get to those bugs, the grubs or whatever they're looking for. Yeah, they just keep going at it, right? And so I really feel you not giving up, right? And listen, what Capricorn really gives up on anything? Once you get your mind set to something, you can't stop a Capricorn. Now, today we're going to, I'm going to skip the oracle cards because I don't really have a question per se, but I want to do our 3 lucky numbers, okay? So we're going to do 18, number 18, 98, 84. All right, 18, 98, 84. Lots of 8s today. That's okay. 8 is one of my lucky numbers. Okay. So, what's next? Oh, yes. We'll do our inner child oracle cards. This is going to punctuate the reading. And I just like kind of ending on affirmation cards or something that just gives us a little bit of something to think about. Okay, so I'm just going to flip through. I'm going to stop where it feels right. Number 29, run wild. Let your inner wild child run forth. Let your inner wild child run forth. All right. Wow. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you I love you because I do. And thank you so much for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. And if you would be so kind as to like the video, it really does help the channel. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. Also, if you would like to leave a comment, I would love to hear from you. I read every single comment. And if you're new to the channel, definitely shout it out. Other than that, I just want us all, if you are a person who prays, I know that there's stuff going on all over the globe, okay? So I don't ever want to leave anything out. But we are looking at the weather here in the United States, and it looks like we're going to have another hurricane down in Florida, and hopefully, you know, it's not going to make landfall for a couple days or a few days from the time that I'm recording this. And so I'm hoping it just falls apart. It doesn't keep getting stronger. The last time I looked, it was already a category 4, but it's still out in the Caribbean. So hopefully, or in the Gulf, I think, or wherever. And yeah, so if you are a person of prayer, please pray for, you know, the storm to be far less destructive than Helena, which, you know, people are barely just starting to dig out of that. I mean, it just happened a few days ago, basically. So just kind of following along with this and praying hard. And I just wanted to mention that I don't mean to leave out any of the other things going on in the world. I know that there are, you know, natural occurrences happening all over the place, and also conflict, you know, just endless conflict. So, you know, as you know about my channel and also my husband's over at Dove and Serpent Tarot, we try not to talk too much about, you know, things outside of the reading. And I think that we both kind of tried to, well, I don't want to share my personal opinions about things because let me just tell you, to be honest, I don't know what the heck. I don't know. You know, I'm just some little silly lady that lives in a cornfield and reads tea leaves. What the heck do I know, you know, about anything? So I don't like to talk about it unless I really, really know about it. And I don't really know about any of this stuff. So that's a big reason. But also, you know what? I don't want to subject you to my ramblings about that. I ramble enough. So anyways, let's pray for Florida. Let's pray for everybody who's going through, you know, I mean, there's just, yeah, everybody's going through something. And yeah, I guess that's it. I don't want to leave on a note like that, but yeah, well, listen, my daughter and I were watching YouTube videos this morning about the weather, but also just the aftermath of things. And it's hard. It's hard not to just, you know, kind of worry and lament. So, but we're going to stay positive and we're going to send, you know, lots of vibes that way and hope everybody will be unaffected by this next storm. So, all right, that's enough. I love you. Take care of yourself. We'll talk again real soon. Good night. Good night. Good night.